late each time on that setup. What a timing suddenly to take up on screen. All right, Zupa. This is where he's made the whole thing happen. No big trouble.
And the armor took the hit from the trap. Are you serious? This is such a good position for Zupa right now. In fact, one standpoint of fatal, he can take it. He goes
Oh, risk! He didn't even have the armor up.
Yo, Epic Zupa's up 2-0 against Han.
Man, it really gives you an insight.
I'm not too sure what to do with what happens when, the armor comes back right there. And the challenge is to get the hits. Keeping Zupa alive right now.
Wait, Septic got hit when he tried to go for Telly Punch? Oh no, is this it? Is this it?
This might be. GG's. Zupa taking this 3-2, putting KG up early.
Just knows you can't go for that. What do you even do at this point? Breaks it down again. Is it over? Is this all she wrote?
Wait up the armor. Get ready to join the call if this is the case.
Oh my.
Wakes up with the armor. This is it.
He won.
I got a Garmin! He's trash! I told you own it! Own it! That's my son!
Yeah, baby!
That's my son! Damn it!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Poseidcast. With me tonight, I am joined by one of the best Quan players in all of Mortal Kombat 1. He is a Frosty Faustings top 8 finalist. He got 25th at Combo Breaker. He has won a week of Run the Inferno and currently helped his team reach the playoffs in the Nether League. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit. Please help me in welcoming the GOAT himself, Epic Zupa, man. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing all right. W intro. I like it. You got all the accolades.
The accolades, all that good.
I'm doing great though. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. It's off work and
Hey, high noon with you? You should let me know. I would have busted out my wine.
Oh shit, man! Well, you still can. You still can.
No,
Sometimes
it's too late now. I'm already here. I don't want to leave now.
True. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's chilling, trying to vibe, enjoy the night. But then, thank you so much for coming on, man. Obviously, elite player, big personality, super fun to be around. We hung out a decent amount at Frosty Faustings. Super good time. What I really want to start off with asking you, though, man, is what got you into competitive Mortal Kombat?
So I wanted to start playing competitively back in MK11. I've always watched like competitive as far as like Injustice 1 and Injustice 2 and even a little bit of MK9 towards the tail end of its cycle when I was younger. And I never got like, I was never good enough to compete. But after like Injustice 1, fighting games sort of just clicked for me and I became good. And then MK11, I just started college around that time, but I was like, all right, I got a little more time on my hand. I want to try to compete. And then COVID happened. So then I was like, all right, I'm not going to travel now because COVID. So I was like, I'm not going to compete. So I was like, I'm just going to wait till the next one. I was like, next one, I'm going to compete. The next one came out right as I got like a full-time job straight out of college. So I had money and I had a car. I'm like, all right, let's get to it. So MK1 was like my first actual competitive game, period, but fighting game.
Nice. So did you, were you going to locals and stuff, or was it like online you started and then you went to some majors?
Yeah, it was online because I live, for a lot of misconception, a lot of people think I live in Chicago. I don't. I live in Peoria, so I'm like 3 hours away from Chicago. So there's no real like FGC scene here. I think there's a little bit of Smash. I know my college had like a little bit of a Smash team, but nothing for Mortal Kombat. So for me, it was mainly online to start.
Yeah, everywhere has a Smash community. You can go to a remote community and like like they'll have 10 people and they'll have 5-man Smash local. Like it's crazy. Yeah, MK also doesn't get a ton of love. So usually you do have to start off online, and then people kind of find out about the scene. So what was your first tournament, Caitlin?
My first tournament, I want to say it was IFKC. I forgot.
Oh
the name
yeah,
of the guy that hosted it.
yes.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah, that was my first one. I want to say one of my very first matches on stream actually was against Honeybee. I got my ass kicked. But then I turned around and I beat him in losers that same bracket, so it felt good. But at least my first match on stream was me getting my ass kicked.
Was this where
that was probably my first tournament, yeah.
You were playing Kenshi back then, right?
I was playing Kenshi. I was cooking.
So when did the Quan become a thing? When did you start
Quan
playing?
became a thing when Peacemaker's bitch ass was running the game, because that matchup was terrible for for Kenshi. And I was like, how do you counter this? And I was thinking, like, what are all the characters that do good against this? And I'm like, Quan can just kick him whenever he does force field. And Quan can just kick him whenever he shoots. And I'm like, Quan feels pretty good. But then he wasn't good though. He was terrible. He was very bad. So I never played him. But like I was learning. So I've been like, Quan's been on like my bucket list to pick up. Like a year before I actually ended up picking him up. But that's what really started my interest. It was like, I need somebody to stop Peacemaker because otherwise Kenshi is not working.
Yeah. I didn't notice that a lot of people like picked up Quan specifically for Peacemaker. And it made sense, like you said, like all this thing. Like that stand 4 is super good if someone's just standing at full screen shooting shit. So it definitely that makes a lot of sense.
Can't shoot shit at me when I'm a Quan.
Yeah, for sure. So was Frosting's 2024? Was that your first offline?
Nope. No,
Oh.
My first offline was Roundhouse 2023. That's where I met my now teammate Bacon.
Oh, Bacon.
That's where I met Limbo Dog, if you remember Limbo Dog.
Yeah, I remember Limbo Dog.
That's where I met Fibonacci, the Natara player. That's where I met Adonis, the Reiko. That's where I met Shady. I ended up getting 5th at my very first offline.
Nice. That sounds like a pretty stacked tournament.
I did. I lost to Fibonacci on stream 1-3, and I lost to Limbo 2-3, which I wasn't too bummed about. My first tournament, I had no idea how actually good I was. Like I reached Elder God on Combat League, and I was like, I might do decent. And I was like one of those guys probably looking up on like, how's everybody's first like offline tournament go? How is it? I'm like, everybody's like, oh, I drown in pools, but I had fun. I'm like, all right, so like my goal is to not drown in pools, and then I think I'll be good. And then I end up winning 5, and I kept putting more expectations on myself. I was like, you know what? If I don't drown in pools, I'll be happy. I was like, if I make top 8, I'll be happy. Then it became I want to make top 3. And I lost to Limbo and Fib, but Limbo and Fib got 1st and 2nd. So I was like, all right, at least I lost to the guys that got 1st and 2nd. I can't get too bummed out.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't.
That was my first. Yeah, that was my first tournament.
That was your first tournament. Cool. Tournament. Was that was in Chicago, or was that like near you?
That was in Skokie, Illinois. So it was a suburb of Chicago.
Okay, yeah, because that sounded like people that were in the area or close, or kind of like the Chicago-ish area, or what people associate with Chicago, FGC. Cool. So then your next tournament was Frosty's, I'm assuming.
Yep. Next offline after that was Frosty.
And how did that one go?
I signed up for Frosty's at like the last minute because I didn't know there was another Mortal Kombat tournament like that. I thought Frosty, because if you look at Frosty's like promotion, you would think it's all anime fighters. And
it's really an anime centric tournament. But.
That's what I said. When I looked at it, I'm like, okay, like I don't play Strive, I don't play Grand Blue, so like obviously I'm not going to go here. But then I was on Twitter, because I joined FGC Twitter in January of that year that I went to Frosty's, and everybody was talking about how they're getting ready for Frosty and going to Frosty for Mortal Kombat. And I'm like, well, fuck me, I'm gonna sign up too. I want to see all these people. I've seen like Katana Primes going, Gur's going. I'm like, all these great people. I want to see them.
Yeah.
And so me being a no name at the time, I ended up getting matched up with Dialogue. Very first match.
First match.
Very first match. I took the first game. the first game. I was giving him work. He won 3-1, but I was giving him work. Then I lost. This is the one and only time I've ever drowned in pools, which I was upset about. I lost to Adonis. I want to say 3-2 in the very last to make out of pools. But my pool was stacked. I had Dialogue was in my pool, Sheeny was in my pool, and Adonis was in my pool. So
my Adonis, because Adonis got second. Yes. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so
Adonis got second, Dialogue got 7th, and Sheeny got 5th. So I had like 3 guys that were top
killers. Yeah, so that's rough. It sometimes happen like that, especially if you go like unseeded, if you don't have like a reputation or previous results and stuff like that. Like you're gonna get killers like right off the bat and be in like these insane demonic pools. So super cool, man. Super cool. So let's talk about like, so there was a lot. I saw a lot all over Twitter. Was this match for the Nether League that you had with ELG, and I feel like everyone was saying ELG, they got this, and you know, I mean, one of the best teams, got offline results, killers left and right. What was your guys' approach going into it, and then how were you guys able to get the W?
Our approach was very much Vic is the one who originally started the shit talking, which put a pressure on the team. So he was the one coming up there saying we're gonna 5-0 them, and I was just like, I don't know if we'll 5-0 them, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, I think we'll beat them 5-1, which we should have beat them 5-1 if Bean Cell didn't sell. If Bean Cell didn't break like an idiot in Game 5 against No Green for no reason. No Green had no meter to continue his combo, but Bean broke anyways. If he didn't do that, we would have won. We would have won 5-1. But for prep, it was really just like, for me getting prepared to play a team like that, I just play the game. It's not really much of a like I don't really like at this point in the game's life cycle, I know what each character does. So it's not like I need to lab what Cyrax does. I don't need to lab what Reptile does. I just need to get myself warm to play the game. And so it was just going out there and play. And honestly, like I said it in my pop off. I think genuinely we're just better fighting game players than them. I think a lot of them are like I like a lot of those guys. Like I like No Green, one of my boys from Chicago. I like him. Wherever I see him, we hang out. I like Mari. Cool guy, even though he's my son now. I still like him. He's a cool guy. But a lot of those guys, they're carried, or they haven't really done shit in the game, and people hype them up. I'm gonna call it like Retro. Like I'm not familiar with Retro's game at all. I don't know if Retro played any other NRS game besides MK1. All I've ever seen from Retro is just like these combo videos of Katana on Twitter. I've never seen him in bracket, never seen him play anything. And then people were hyping him up like, oh, Retro's in it. Retro could 5-0 KG by themselves. And then I watched him play Trash, and I'm like, this motherfucker's garbage. He had no neutral, no fun. It was no fundamentals. It was just Katana Jax gimmicks, and Trash cooked him. And it was like, this is what they were hyping up, and it was just like, we're easily the better player. And then you have people like Six in the bracket, which like Six is a decent guy, but like I haven't seen Six play the game in like almost a year. If he has been playing within a year, he hasn't done shit because I haven't seen him. And he was in a lot of people were like, oh, Six can beat KG by himself. I'm like, no, he's not. He can't even beat me, and he's on a 7-3 matchup. And he got cooked. I keep it a stack. It's like people just hype up these players, and it's like I don't see the hype. I understand, like that's your boy, that's your friend. I'm gonna root for my boys too, even if I know they're gonna lose. I'm still gonna root for them, as you should. I respect loyalty, but I think there comes a point in time where it's like you're just overhyping somebody for no reason. Because like like I said, I thought we were just genuinely the better team. And going into that team battle, I seen who we were paired up against, and I'm like, we might actually 5-0 because like I can genuinely see each of us winning our head-to-head matchup.
So what did the score end up being? Was it 5-2?
It was 5-2. It was 5-2.
5-2?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be closer. I didn't know the exact score. I didn't get to see the match, but like, damn.
No, like I said, they're because like I said in there, they don't. I don't know what they do for training. I don't know how they train or anything like that. But it's like a lot of those guys, you could tell who actually like plays the game to get better. Like the guys that actually grind versus the guys that are just like they pick one character and they only play that character. Like I called out Wraith for this. I like Wraith. Great person. Love the guy. But like I tell Wraith, you can lab all the Shank combos you want, but you don't lab matchups. So it's like all your cool and fancy tricks don't mean shit because you don't lab matchups. You just lab these cool transform combos and post it on Twitter, and people hype you up like you're the best Shank player. And while I will say he's top 3, he's not the best. I think Faisal is the best. Like you're top 3, but like you don't. Your biggest problem is you don't lab matchups. Like you have all these cool tech, all this stuff, but you're getting hit by. Like, you know, I'm on Quan, but you're still shooting fireballs at me. Like, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Of course, I'm going to kick you. It's simple shit. Like, to me, it's simple stuff like that where it's like, you can't do that and then bitch about the matchup. Like, you know what's going to happen. So why do it? It's the same thing with me with like sub players. Sub players will throw out Ice Club. You know I'm going to kick you. I'm going to kick you. It's going to happen. There is no, maybe he won't. No, I'm going to press this button on the controller, and it's going to kick you. It's going to, why are you doing that?
Some players are definitely just so used to that being safe. Like off everything, just string into that, do that. And like against me, like a Reptile, I can't do shit. They always call him. Like, all right, I'll just wait for it to go away. I think
it is muscle memory. It's a lot of them trying to figure out like. I can understand it because I do that against characters. Like I know I can get punished for this, but I did it off just muscle memory, and so I can understand a bit. But like after I do it 2 or 3 times, then it becomes like, okay, you just don't adapt. It's not even a matchup problem. It's now a skill issue. You know this will happen, and you continue to do it.
Absolutely. So that's crazy because like I know obviously Kingsguard's super. You guys are a super good team, but I feel like ELG. Definitely, like by the community standard, people thought they were just like a little bit above you. So the fact that you guys won that convincingly is definitely a statement. And
I wanted to be more convincingly. To be honest. I wanted to be better. And I was
not satisfied with the 5-2.
I wanted 5-1. I wanted to be a 5-0 would have been perfect. A 5-1 would have been even better. That would have been my direct prediction. Like I said, I felt like we were the better players. And I'm gonna clear up some stuff because a lot of the FGC thinks I hate ELG right here. I don't hate ELG. I don't hate OT, but I had some gripes with them, and like part of my gripes were, and I said it, is that they don't make talent, they sign it, which I thoroughly believe. A lot of their people on their team came from VLE, like Blizzard came from VLE, Six came from VLE, And most recently, which I'll let you want to get into spice. You said I could be spicy. I'll be spicy for you.
Go for it.
I'll be spicy. I'll be spicy. So I apologize to Copper in advance because I'll get in trouble for this. But like jet ski, they literally poached jet ski off of KGE. Jet ski lied to us, told us that he was leaving to focus on school, and then I'm not gonna say who told me this, but little birdies told me he's in a Discord chat with ELG boys, and then he told us, "Oh, I'm only joining ELG to be a content creator, make content for him." And then he's in the fucking other league with them. He's competing for him. So it's like, all right, you're a snake, and you guys poached him because he was still on the team while you guys were talking to him. Like that's poaching. And they sat there, and when VLE called him out on it, when Vader called him out on it, which I can talk about. If you want to get spicy, I'll talk about VLE if you want.
You're talking about VLE.
Vader called him out on it and was like, "You guys take my play," and they do. Like they tried to tell Bacon Lord. Sorry, Bacon, for airing out your dirty laundry, but Bacon has DMs from him of them saying, "Oh, come to a real team, come to ELG," and it's like you guys can't pretend like you don't poach when you guys do. And the other thing that bothers me with ELG is they're front runners. And if you don't know what the term front runner is, or anybody that listens to know what front runners are, it's they only talk when they're winning. That's a problem as a professional shit talker myself. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. I will shit talk you whether I'm winning, and I will shit talk when I lose. And I will still say GG's win or lose. They will only say GG's when they win. They will continue to shit talk when they win. But when they lose, just like they lost the team battle, crickets, church mice, you didn't see shit on Twitter for them for like 2 days. That to me is a problem, because you can't talk shit and then lose and then go AWOL. Like, you gotta give us our flowers because you got your ass whooped and you talk shit, you didn't back it up. Just say GG's. That's my problem. It's always an OS. Like, sorry, Vic, I'm gonna air out this dirty laundry. He texts Vic. Vic said, GG's. He wasn't shit talking. He said GG's. And he tells Vic, "Oh, that shit was lucky, but GG's." Like, luck? You got 5-2. There was no luck. You got your ass whooped. Your best player got 3-0'd by Big Zoop. There was no luck involved. He got outplayed. And so that's my two biggest problems with them. Was that two things, is because I don't like the hypocrisy or the fakeness of that. Now, what I do like about them is I do like that they're a brotherhood. Like, they will stick up for their own, and I respect that. And like I said, I really do like that. And I like that they encourage their players to compete, because I think every team should encourage their players to compete. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't have any personal gripes with them. This is all Mortal Kombat, dude. Like, I wish them all the best in their personal life. I don't have any beef with them in real life, but that's my only gripe with them as a team, is that they all do that. Outside of like Enzo, everybody else, if you beat them, they never say GG's. It's always an OS. Always this matchup sucks, or I had a headache. I had to pitch during the match. It's never just a
headache is crazy.
It's always some crazy OS, and it's like even with Darks, like Darks was shit. So Darks was shit talking so much, saying, "Oh, we beat you when you were on VLE." Which, first off, they didn't really beat. They beat VLE in a random team battle where it was 1-2, not even a 1-3, and it was live. So it was 1-2. But if you lost your first match, you lost a life. So you only had one life going to the next match. So it's like you didn't really beat in a regular team battle. You won that the circumstances. So GG's to you. But it's like when you guys did a regular team battle, the one where I wasn't even on VLE. VLE beat ELG. Like, that happened. And
I think I remember that.
We do it. Yeah, and then we cooked them, a couple of days ago. So, like I said, there's no beef with them, really. But, like, that was my only gripe. That's why I went into it with a little more fire, because I was like, I really want to win this just to, like, rub it in. Because they think I'm ass. But it's like, I could solo this whole team. If I get my stride, this whole team will get washed. And that day, I felt like it. Like, now, part of me wanted Genner to lose, because I wanted to beat No Green again, just so I could pop off some more. But we ended up winning 5-2, so it was all good.
Yeah, nice. That was definitely, as I said, very, very impressive stuff. And you talked about that's something with me too, is like you only talk when you're winning, because if you win and then you start talking shit and you don't do it beforehand, that's just bragging, in my opinion. You're just bragging. You're not. But if you talk shit beforehand, you win, and then you keep talking shit, that's okay. You talked it, you backed it up. So I definitely get that.
It's just people want that. And the FGC wants that, and it makes it fun for both parties, in my opinion. If you don't mind shit talking, first, it put pressures on me. Yeah. Because now I have to back up what I'm saying, or I look like a jackass. Yeah. And then you have to now perform better, because you can't let this guy shit talk you and then just beat the crap out of you. That makes you look bad. And then everybody now wants to watch now. Yeah. Everybody wants to watch. Everybody wants to see who's getting roasted on Twitter after this. Like, that's fun. Yeah. It's all in the fair love of the game. Like, if I get like I'm not gonna lose this Saturday. I'm gonna beat the shit out of STG. That's gonna be free money. But if the random circumstance, if God takes away my ability to win and I lose, I'm still gonna I'll take my licks on Twitter. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think we need to be less soft when it comes to that. I like the shit talking. As long as we keep it in the game, I try to keep it as much about Mortal Kombat as I can when I'm shit talking. So,
100%. No, I definitely think we need both. We need the people, like, not to brag, but kind of like me, or kind of just like, GGs, trying to get better. I'm not really shit talking. We're just keeping it about the game. And then we need the people like Zupa who are gonna, talk shit before, they're gonna talk shit after, they're gonna keep the hype up. I think they're both super important for the community, and like one kind of harnesses a quality of the community. The other one just brings a ton of hype and gets eyeballs and stuff on it and stuff like that. So I think everyone each their own, but I respect it either way. But as long as, like I said, if we're keeping it in the game, then
yeah. Like I said, I think all is fair in the game. If you're calling me trash in the game, you think I'm a carry, you think I'm a scrub, then it's like that's all fair. As long as we don't get personal, I won't attack anybody personally unless they attack me personally first. I try to keep it as much about the game as possible.
Yeah. Like if I was playing,
I'll shit talk you even if you're my friend or not. If you're on the other team, like I'm cool with C Perform. C Perform is one of my favorite teammates I ever had from VO League, but. Come this Saturday, that's my son. I'm kicking his ass. Like, it's easy money. I'm putting belt to ass. That's what's happening this Saturday.
The friendship ends as soon as that match starts.
The moment Aquaman hits live, the shit's dead. You're getting cooked.
Afterwards, will be GG's. Good stuff, man. I'll help you learn the matchup. Man.
Yeah, I'll sign your jersey after. I'll sign your jersey. You know who your goat is.
Amazing, good stuff. So you have the battle with the STG. I think you already called it. You said that you guys are gonna cook. How you feeling about that though?
I'm feeling good. I'm still waiting for Tony to send me the permission slip so I can kick Kale's ass. So I'm waiting on that. As far as I'm looking at it like it's easy money. I'm licking my fingers just thinking about it. I don't think Dexy can do shit to me. I don't think Kale's really got much for me. He's only good with 2 characters. And he's got the brain. He's got a brain cell about this big. It's only like 1. Tragic could be a bit of a problem, but still light work. Like I already talked about C Perform, that's easy money. I like Bustman. Bustman's a good friend of mine. I like seeing Bustman every tournament, but Bustman's not ready for Big Zoop. So if you want a prediction, I'm predicting STG's a good team. Lincoln has got himself a little bit of a squad. But I'm predicting like a 5-3 or another 5-2 ass whooping.
5-3, 5-2. Damn. Okay. That's. I mean, STG. They won 3-0. They're definitely known as probably the best team right now. So if you guys do that, KG has to be in the discussion for best team.
I would love the run back with Oni. I would love the run back with Oni.
Nice. So super cool, man. Super cool. Yeah, that's been a really, really cool thing. I feel like it's harbored the like the team like togetherness of each of the teams and stuff. Generated some smack talk. Like you even saw like Sin and TLR going back and forth on the timeline and stuff like that.
See that trilogy. I really want to see them go at it again. I would love to see the trilogy.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen at some point because like even the owners are like, you fucking suck. You think no, you suck. That one doesn't count. Like, it's fun to see, man. Like I said, it definitely brings the hype for sure. So, in your honest opinion, how do you feel Quan Chi does in this current meta right now? Because every Quan player. You know how it goes. Well, what's the honest opinion? Let's be for real.
Honest opinion is this is truly honest. I think he's like low to mid tier.
Low to mid tier. Okay, mid tier. We got mid tier.
Low to mid. I'll give him mid. I'll give him low to mid. The reason why I still have him low to mid and not like bottom 5 or bottom 1 is because the overhead does help him a lot. It helps a lot of people that like the turtle. You can't just sit there and turtle up on him. Or he actually has a way of opening you up. But he still struggles a lot and he has a lot of bad matchups, and it's almost a thing of Quan doesn't do anything in this game that another character doesn't do better. And what I mean by that is if you're playing Quan Darius and your job is just to knock them down and set play to death, you could just do the same thing with Natara but hit for 50. If you're just trying to zone the guy the entire time, why pick Quan where you have to put up a portal just to throw mid projectiles when you can just play sector, jump back the entire game and knock the guy down for projectiles, and then if you do get a hit, you hit for 40. So it's like you're not the best zoner in the game. You're not the best, set player in the game. He's probably the best counter zoner in the game. I'll give him that. I say if you struggle with zoning, Quan may be the character for you because he's good at counter zoning. That's like the one thing I'll give him. Yeah,
backwards kick, man.
That's what I should.
He needs it. I mean,
he does need it. He does. If Quan didn't have stand 4, good lord, he'd be terrible. You can make Armor Portal last for 50 seconds, and if he didn't have Stand 4, he'd be the worst character in the game still.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I'm walking back and I just get kicked. It's like, fuck. And
What I do like about Quan, though, is Quan, and like I love it because we have a Quan Discord.
Mhm.
And I'll get into some more spicy stuff about the Quan Discord in a second, but every Quan player has a different opinion about the character and a different opinion about cameos, a different opinion about matchups. And it's very interesting because the way I play Quan is not the same way Woolander plays Quan. It's not the same way TJ plays Quan. It's not the same way Rother plays Quan. And so we all play the character completely differently. So we all have different opinions in terms of matchups, and we all use different cameos. Like I'm using Serena, TJ's using Janet, Brosif's using Sector, Rothor's picked up Darius. And so we all are like, this matchup sucks or this matchup's good. And so we just go back and forth on that. So it's really interesting to have a character where like all the top players are all disagreeing on almost not good sports early stuff. It makes it interesting.
Yeah, Quan definitely seemed like one of those characters, at least towards the beginning, that like had synergy with like all the cameos. It seemed like, or a lot of them. Really cool stuff with like Frost. Really cool stuff like 1-2 comboing into the net, into Cyrax net and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like it's all niche. That's the problem. Is there? That's another thing with him is he doesn't have a cameo that's like this is the cameo. You know what I mean? Like
very true. If
you play like you could play like Serena the way I play her and she gives you a lot, but then you're missing out on like 2-1-3 conversions like you get with Janet or Tremor. You know what I mean? Like you can get a lot with this cameo, but then you lose a lot over here. Like Darius cameo gives you a safe wake up, gives you great set play, but then you lose out on a ton of damage. You lose out on all the utility that Serena gives you, and you lose out on like throw combos that Janet gives you, but you get all this other stuff plus the 50 health. Yeah. So it's like each cameo, we basically agreed as the one thing we've agreed upon unanimously is that Quan is very much could be cameo dependent, depending on the character. Most matchups are like cameo dependent. Like you can't just pick this cameo. But in my opinion, if you have Serena and you have Darius, you pretty much cover majority of the cast. You really don't need anything else outside of those two cameos.
Yeah, when I played Quan, it's been Serena. I feel like it's just kind of like it's just nice. You get the combo, you get the damage, stuff like that. You know, just being able to throw that out, stand for comboing into Serena and stuff, super nice. So I haven't played a ton of it, but he's a fun character. It's really cool. So is it just mainly just Quan these days? You still play Kenshi sometimes, or are you done with that? You done with that?
Kenshi's terrible.
Kenji's a bad character now.
They butchered my boy. They took him out back and shot him. So right now I am just exclusively playing Quan. I still play Cyrax and I still play Sector occasionally, which is that's why I think it's funny when people tell me I'm carried, because like I cannot play Quan. I can just play Cyrax or Sector and get similar results. I probably honestly would get better results if I would just stop playing Quan.
Those are definitely significantly better characters.
But like Quan is more fun for me, and I'm a type of person to where I believe stick with what brought you to the dance. I'm good with Quan. People know me for Quan. I'm comfortable with against this matchup with Quan. Why not just keep playing Quan? But there are a few characters where it's just like I'm not fighting this shit with Quan. I'm gonna go Sector or I'm gonna go Cyrax. Like Smoke and Conan are two characters where I'm just like I'm not fighting this shit with Quan. It's not happening. If I can help it. In Combat League, you're just kind of SOL. You gotta deal with it. But if I had my choice, I'm like, I'm not fighting this with Quan.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, I'm someone who played, people have their different opinions about Reptile, but I've stuck with him the whole time. Launch Reptile, awful character. I'll be, people might not even give me, like, the character was so bad. Without stand 3 cancel, like, it was like just back 3 and pray. Like, hopefully they don't armor. Hopefully they get hit by this so they don't armor it. Johnny could parry through it. Like he literally just it was ridiculous. I could like that matchup was not like. We don't need to talk about Launch Reptile. I did a whole thing with that with Cosner.
I would say Launch Quan is almost just as bad.
Launch Quan was so bad too, bro.
Launch Quan didn't even Armor Portal. People complain about Armor Portal. Quan was the worst character in the game for a year. Yeah. It took a year before they gave him Armor Portal. That was their solution to this character sucking ass for a year. We're going to give him Armor Portal.
And everyone's like, he's still the worst character. He's still even with that. Even they gave him like one of the best special moves in the game. And they're like, yeah, he's still the worst. Just fair.
I think it was a year. I think it was like 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months of him being the worst.
It was Peacemaker. Was it Peacemaker? Or pretty sure it was Peacemaker that gave him Armor Portal. Was it?
Yeah, it was after Peacemaker that gave Armor Portal. And that's when I actually started playing. That's when I really started playing him. But I didn't make the full transition into maining Quan until the very next year into Frosties. That's when I was like, all right, I'm playing Quan. It's actually like this January when I was like, all right, I'm playing Quan from now on. Because going into that, I remember going into that combo breaker, I had been labbing a bunch of Quan. And I was comfortable with the character. And I would play him in casuals at combo breaker. And everybody was like wanting to play me more because they never seen
Quan.
someone just fucking put up armor portal 50 times a match with Serena, and they're just like, I can't hit you.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel comfortable to play him in bracket. I was just playing Kenshi in bracket because it was like it's Kenshi, and I've been playing him for over a year, so I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But after that, I made.
So you did pretty good.
After that, I was just like, yeah, give me Quan.
Quan. Fair. That is fair. You did pretty good with that combo breaker too, if I recall. It was 2024. You got like 33rd.
Yeah, 2024. Yeah, 2024. I think I got 33rd. I lost to Violet's 3-2, which I should have won.
I remember watching. I was like kind of like watching that set. I was like in the middle watching it. But
yeah, I was just happy not to drown in pools. That was my first major, so I was like, as long as I'm not drowning in pools. And I went through 2-3-2 matchups before that, like long sets where it's just like, I'm really tired.
Yeah,
like, I want to take a break. Like my heart's
and then you immediately had to fight again. Yeah.
I mean, fight Violets, and it's another 3-2 matchup. And then if I would have won that, I would have had to fight Hayate in the mirror, which I actually wanted Hayate to win because Mari at the time was already beating me in the mirror. And I was like, with Hayate, I like to play Kenshi Striker into that matchup because you just armor into strike. Because back in the time, you just armor into Striker nades kills Sento. So you're forced to. Yeah, the Kenshi mirror back in the day, at least for me, was weird because it was almost whoever pulled out Sento first lost. So I'm just gonna armor and put out nades, and then you're gonna be stuck in Sento stance with no armor move. So I'm just going to just keep doing 50-50s until I hit you. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna resummon and do it again and win.
I remember Mari was doing that to Hayate at LCQ to make top 8. He played Kenshi Striker. I remember I saw him do that and stuff. It just knocked him down.
That was how you played that matchup.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. So and then you would fast forward to Frosty Fausting's 2025, beginning of this year. You ended up getting top 8. To make top 8, you actually beat a really, really good player, if I recall. To make that top 8, so you must have been really proud and excited. Really like, yeah, dude, I'm so good at this game. If I'm able to beat that guy, right?
I did. I was bummed because I lost to Woolander in the. It was a bit of a mirror. It was about a bit of a mirror. I played Quan the first match. And I played Kenshi actually, and then I swapped to Quan. And I wish I would have stayed on Quan, but I swapped back to Kenshi and ended up losing. But Frosty's was fun. Frosty has a bitter taste in my mouth, only because I should have beat Han. And if I beat Han, I had a really nice run to top 2 because at that time
he made grands after
he made grands. I was like, I should have beaten him. It was really and I play really well against Bean Cell too, so Bean Cell would have been up next for me. And then at that time I was cooking Mist and BNG like it was chop suey. Like I would have beat them. I do a bus man. I would have been fine losing to pre-nerfed Havoc in January. I would have loved that. Like I made top 2 with Quan. I'll take my flowers for making top 7 and losing to. Which is still fun fact. I have a curse on me. Everybody that's ever beaten me by eliminating me has gotten second. First it was Adonis, and now it's Han.
Are you going to Frosty's again this year? Playing on it? I know they just announced MK.
Yes,
yeah, I'll probably go again as well. That was such a fun event. That was such a good one. So I'll definitely try to make way out there.
One of my favorite because it's not too big like Combo Breaker. Everyone's like kind of spaced out. MK community is kind of pretty tight.
Yeah.
And it's super competitive too.
Yeah,
because it's not as big like a combo breaker where you get a lot of people that just like they sign up for MK just for fun. So you have a lot of like kind of filler matches. Hate to be mean, but that's basically what it is. Like you're not gonna beat this guy, but you're just there to play him. Versus at Frosty, just like all right, you might have one match where it's a guy who just plays casuals for fun. Like he's here for Strive, but he signed up for Mortal Kombat.
And
then
everyone else all killers.
Just gonna kick.
Like BNG had to play Han round 1 at Frosty. Remember that's at like first bracket, first match.
Our pool was killers. It was you, it was me, it was Woo, it was No Green, and it was Bacon.
Yeah, dude. It was like Ricky Yo was in the pool too.
Ricky was in there too.
That was it was a stacked pool for sure.
Yeah.
I was playing so good, dude. And then fucking ran into Quan, man. I played like an idiot, bro.
You got eliminated by Quan, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost to Woo.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was fun story. I play Smash too, as well. So I entered Ultimate, and like the pools were kind of running late. So they were, so it bled into my Smash pool. So I had to go over, check in, and they're like, all right, go back, play MK. So I go play MK, I lose to Woo. I go play Smash, lose game 3, like last hit, I lose that set, go play you, lose to you. And then I go play Smash, lose another game 3 last hit match. So I go from like maybe being in top 8 of MK, like winner's side, and still having Smash left to just being out of both tournaments. So it was just like, four straight losses. No, that's all good.
You're one of like the genuine players where it's like, I don't like beating this guy because I like him. And I know I had to play you in the team battle the day before that too.
You cooked me in that too. So like when I go to play Quan, Yeah.
Yeah, you're like one of those persons like I don't want to shit talk Poseidon. Like I like Poseidon. Like I like him. I know he's not, and I know you're not gonna talk back. You're just gonna smile and laugh. I'm like, let's have a good one. I was like, oh, this guy's too nice. I can't shit talk him.
So I try. Yeah, so people who don't know what happened, like where Zupa says he should have beat Han, and people say that all the time. They're like, "Oh, I should have won this match." But literally, it's like a weird aspect of the game that people probably don't even know, where your cameo can take damage if it gets hit, but it can't be the last hit. And what happened is you sent out Serena, and he called Movado, I think to do like pull or something. Yep. Like he just called Movado out, and
he actually, I got a story on that, but continue.
It tanks the back hit of Serena, so that should have killed it. Han had like no health.
Yeah.
But like because it's hitting Movado and not Havoc, he ends up surviving, ends up hitting Zupa into a fatal combo, which this gave him the round. That made it just 1 round apiece, and then he ends up bringing it all the way back, wins the set.
Yeah. He actually told me like the day before that he actually messed up. He called it wrong. Yeah. So like it wouldn't have worked. He didn't mean to call Movado when he called Movado. So if he would have called Movado normally, he probably would have died because he would have got hit by the second Serena blade. Yeah. But the way he called it, Movado kind of got hit as he was coming on screen because he called it late. Yeah. Which fucked up the whole thing. Yeah. Which was like it was still bittersweet because also I could have just held if I held block. Yeah. I would have still because if the mine wouldn't have been out in time, I would have just punished him and I would have won.
Yeah. I actually I have a clip. I took a picture of the exact moment where that happened, where Movado ended up tanking. Oh, it's perfect. I'll post it later. I think I already have. Don't post it. Don't post it. Don't post it. Oh, I won't post it. I won't post it then.
Oh, let it die. It's still too fresh. The wound is still never healed.
Okay. It was just really funny.
But you know what? You can't because I won the napkin bracket the day after.
You did win the napkin bracket.
The napkin bracket.
That's the real bracket. You know what I mean?
That was the real bracket. Because I went through everybody. I think I beat Han, I beat No Green, I beat Bean Cell, I beat BNG again. Yeah. I beat somebody else who played Sub-Zero. I forgot his name. He's a good player. And then I was like, I cooked. I got my revenge at the napkin bracket.
Yeah, dude, the napkin bracket was fine. I got third in the napkin bracket. I lost to No Green right before Grands. Yeah, I played them. It was funny because there was like the downstairs part of the bracket and like the upstairs part of the bracket. That was really fun. Yep. That was really cool. That's why I like.
That was fun. That was
frosting.
Fun.
That was a good ass time. So
that was like my favorite part. That's like probably one of my favorite parts about offline for MK is I like the competitiveness of like the day before we usually have like a team battle or like there's something fun the day before. Then you have the actual tournament the next 2 days, and then after that you have your after party, which is where I have a lot of the fun because like. Now there's no more stress. Yeah. There's no more sweat left to sweat. Everyone's done playing. You know, now I can just like interact with you guys as human beings because I only get to see you guys like a couple times a year. Like I only get to see you like twice a year. I see you at Frosties and I see you at Combo Breaker. That's it. Because I didn't go to Evo. I didn't go to. There is no Texas Showdown. There is no ECT this year. Yeah. So it's like I can't see. I only get to see you twice a year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So no, that really is true. So you really gotta soak it in and really enjoy the community. I think the MK community is so cool. Like it said, they do the team battle events. We did that 3v3 tournament, like the day after the bracket, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah.
Granted, I lost, so I was pissed, but it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it's really cool. So we always put something together and stuff like that. Always come together as a community because I feel like, no offense to majors and stuff like that, but like Frosties, for example, we had 4 monitors in the corner of some back room. The second day they took them away. We had to like ask for them back.
We had like 2 fucking setups. We had like 12. We had like 20 players and 2 setups. Everyone just crowded around this little table.
Yeah,
but I wish they would give us a little more. I wish they would give us a little more respect at majors.
Yeah.
Than what they do. They kind of just shove MK off to the side after our first year. After our first year, we'll get some respect. We'll get a table or 2. Yeah. After that, you guys get like half a fucking table, and it's like it's not fun.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. No, like at Evo, I was at Evo this year, bro. Like pool started, they weren't on the latest patch of like the hotfix. They had to literally go setup by setup, like pool by pool, and redo it, like connect them to like Wi-Fi, and then do it. It was. I was like, you couldn't, like, you really, you just didn't think of that before, you know, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's we get treated like shit. It's crazy. We do get home.
Yeah. So, if you're listening out there, if you're run a major and stuff like that, maybe we show up, we show out. We have
Give us a table or two.
Give us a table or two and leave it there for the whole event. Leave it there for the whole event.
Yes, please don't leave it there until top 8 is started. All right, Tekken, you can have it. No, Tekken, you guys got fucking 7 tables. You don't need 2 more tables.
You have a whole room dedicated to your game.
Exactly. That's the worst part. They take our shit, but you guys already have like 5 or 6 tables. Let us have our 2.
We have our one
don't need
table right here in the corner of the backmost room where we're the retrocade where they have like the arcade games right next to us. Like, oh man. Well, yeah. But overall, that was a great tournament, and it's obviously super fun going to majors stuff like that. You said you're going to Frosty's. Are you just doing like Frosty's Combo Breaker because you're like close to them, or anything else you think about going to?
I would have gone to Texas Showdown or ECT this year if they was having it, but they're not. So I'll be just going to Frosty's.
They're not having Texas Showdown. I'm pretty sure they are, didn't they? Aren't they in March? March. It's not like
never mind. I keep forgetting the EC. I keep forgetting the Texas Showdown EC in March. It's not. It's on the other side of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to go to Texas. I really wanted to go. I didn't have like the work schedule. My work didn't allow me, but I wanted to do Frosty's and then Texas, CEO, Combo Break. I wanted to go to all the majors because my next goal on the next NRS cycles, I want to go to Evo and I want to start going to more majors outside of Illinois. So I want to actually travel more. That's my next big goal in the FGC is to travel.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun because one, you get to go to all these cool places and stuff like that. It's a nice excuse to travel a little bit, and you get to to see the community. Like that was a big thing. Why I went to Evo is because this pro comp is coming to an end, and then after that, who really knows? There's 2XKO coming out and Marble Token, and we're not getting any more DLC, and who knows if we're getting another patch, and who knows what the community is going to look like if we get a new game? Because not everyone likes the new game. You know what I mean? Because the next game could be Injustice 3. And some people, not everyone who plays MK likes Injustice 3. And then the game may come out and people want to like it. So the community is definitely going to be different in some capacity. So that's kind of why I was I want to go to this event.
I would love for the community to other games do this. Guilty Gear is the best example. Guilty Gear has 2 games that are consistently at every major. I don't understand why we have to let MK1 die just because Injustice 3 comes out.
Yeah.
You can still just keep playing in MK1. MK1 can still be at brackets, still be in tournaments, and then we have also Injustice. Yeah. I would like to have 2 NRS games going at a tournament.
Yeah.
We have MKX pops up every now and then, and that's cool. I like when that happens. I wish that we would have more legacy or more longevity to the games because I feel there's a lot of new tech and a lot of new stuff that gets found out, especially in this game with cameos.
Yeah.
That's just towards the end of the life cycle. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just this completely changes, almost the meta, depending on how big the character is or how big this is. Yeah. And we only get to see it for a couple months before everybody's I'm dropping it, I'm playing 2XKO, or I'm dropping, I'm ready for the next game.
Yeah.
And it's just it's crazy because Street Fighter 6 is going to be around for another 3 or 4 years. Same with Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is going to be around for 4, 5, 6 years.
Absolutely.
But we're just pumping out NRS games every 2 or 3 years. So you really...
No, 100%.
So it's great. I like it because it makes you really get to see who the good players are because good player will be good at MKX, they'll be good at 11, they'll be good at 1, they'll be good at
adapt to the new game.
Versus the guys they're you were only good at MK1 or you were only good at MK11. You don't exist in this game.
Yeah. There's a meme and it's kind of true that where are all the Jackie players from MK11? Can you name a Jackie player who's good at MK1? I mean, honestly,
that's how it was with Homelander players after he got the forward 4 nerf, after the forward 4 stopped being a low. The amount of Homelander players that went from being they make every top 8 to being dog shit was incredible. Incredible.
It went from the entire community to just Mist and Kale.
Yeah, it went from literally I'm running to 7 Homelanders every time I look KL versus there's only 2 of them in bracket now.
Yeah. True. No, it's my firm belief that I would love it if the most recent MK game, the most recent Injustice, and MKX. If it's not MKX, then maybe MK9, but kind of a past legacy game are all constantly in the forefront of the community. And it's those are at consistently at majors and stuff like that. It's a big reason I've been running the Injustice 2 tournaments online. Is that I feel there's still that game was a main stage game for less than 2 years. And the meta has changed so much without any patches or anything happening, just from more people exploring it and stuff like that. And I just feel like I said, they kind of just get forgotten. And there's going to be there's stuff in this game, MK one that's still constantly being discovered, especially with the cameo system, that is going to change the meta and change the way the game is played completely. So
exactly,
I love
like
this
your
stuff.
Injustice. I like watching your Injustice 2 tournaments. I'm like, I wish this was at offlines more.
Yeah,
And like, I think Injustice will bring. And I'm actually excited the next game is Injustice 3 because I think that means the competitive scene will be bigger, just because we can reach more of a target audience because it's not rated. You know, it's not banned.
yeah.
So
100%.
and plus, people like back to block. I don't mind back to block. I don't mind holding block either.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited if the next one's Injustice 3. But like I said, I'm still gonna play. As long as if MK1's gonna be at brackets, I'll still play MK1. I still would want to play MK1.
Yeah.
I would like to go to tournaments for 2 games versus now I basically just go for MK1 and Mystery.
Yeah.
It's basically what I go for. I'm gonna try Strive, but I usually try to focus on winning in Mortal Kombat, so I never have time to actually practice Strive.
Yeah, it's hard to play like multiple like games across
Yeah.
multiple titles and be good at them. Like in like
Especially when you're working or you got other commitments, it's hard.
Yeah. No, work full time and then it's like and then if you do like if you're something like I like TO and stuff, it's like TO and then try to play multiple games and stuff like that. I'm able to keep up a little bit, but I don't have real life outside of that. Like I work, you know, I do the content, I play the games, and I hang out with my girlfriend. That's my life. But I love it, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, W Mans.
Thank you, man. So I think I would absolutely love that. That's definitely the big goal. Is to get like Injustice 2 at, you know, even if it's like a side bracket at some of these major tournaments. I think that would be really cool. Because there's definitely people who like, even if they don't like, they're not actively grinding, will still sign up and play in it. So it's just a matter of, I feel like nowadays the necros, I feel like that's kind of like that's what they're called, but it's almost like a negative connotation. It's like I play Super Smash Bros. Melee. That game came out in 2001. I don't get called a melee necro. Like I don't get called you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of like like almost a little bit of a negative connotation, although that's just what they are. But there's people who like who signed up like once and then they just kind of get smoked by the people who've been playing the game for 7 years and then they don't show up because it's like they were like a top player when the game was brand new, but then now it's like it's an ego thing, and for sure, which I get, but I always try to play. Like I've been trying to learn the game, and I'm getting fucking smoked because I didn't really play it when it was new. Like I got into the scene really when MK11 came out, so I played a bunch of MK11, and then MK1 came out and stuff. So I haven't put a ton of time into Injustice 2. It's still super fun. But I am getting my ass kicked. It just sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Fucking out 2 in the brackets, like fuck, man.
It's just having fun though. You know what I mean? You still hold the tournament, you still compete, so it adds to it. It builds the community. Yeah,
absolutely. It's a ton of fun. It's a really, really good time. So yeah, man. Well, it's been awesome having you. Is there anything that you feel like you thought I was gonna ask that we didn't end up getting to? Anything else you want to talk about?
Is there any? I mean, if you want me to talk about VLE, I can hop into that spice.
Let's do it, man. You said there was also something about the Quan Discord that you didn't get to.
I was gonna say because Rother, I say Rother's the other like top Quan player EU, but he doesn't like me. Me and him went back and forth. If I remember, he fought Connie Mani and Rip's finale because I was still hesitant on Quan Darius. He was playing Quan Darius the whole time, and this also leads into another thing that I was saying that's a hot topic, but I'll say it anyways. Is I basically said while he's playing these guys, I'm like, I want to see you actually play like someone that's good, and he was like, these guys are good, and I was like, here's the thing, man. I'm like, and I'll say it, I think EU is the JV division of NRS games. I don't think EU is as talented or as good as they think they are. I think if we took all the best players, I don't think we have to take the best players in NA. I think if you took, go on Poseidon's top 100 list, that Zupa should be on.
I mean, for this year, 2025, we saw 2025.
but you go on Poseidon's top 100 list, and you just take the top, not even top 10, it's the top 20 to top 30 NA players and put them against like the top 5 EU players, NA probably still wins. Like, I think in terms of NA, we have our top players. You know, we got Sonic Fox, Ninja Killa. We're talking Mighty Unjust, Tweety, the guys that are up here, the best of the best. And then like right below them are other top tier players, but there's aren't quite there yet. I'm talking like Bando. I'm talking like myself. We're not as good as these top tier guys, but we're like right there. We can still compete with them. We might even beat them a few times, but we don't have the consistency of them. And EU, I think EU has like, Kanamani, VGY, Rothor, your top players, and there's a big gap. And then there's everybody else. Like that, they don't have this section like NA has. That's what I mean by I say they're the JV division. Your top players are very good, but your average player that I'm going to see in Combat League isn't as good as the average player I'm going to see over here. Like they don't have a player like Tragic, and they don't have a 2 trillion. They don't have these kind of players. They're not
just
top
killers.
Players,
Michael
but they're
Seraphan,
killers. You don't have Michael Seraphin, Big Jacko, shout out Big Jacko. They don't have that consistent killer. That's why I say EU's the JV division. Your top players are very good, but like your average player is ass compared to the average NA player.
All right. Well,
so I basically was saying that, and I'm like, dude, you're beating like I see what you're saying about Quan Darius. This is me talking to Rother. I'm like, yeah, I see what you're saying about Quan Darius, but like, you're doing this against bums. Like, I want to see you beat somebody who's good.
Damn.
I'm like, you're beating bums. And he's like, these guys are bums. This is the best Johnny in EU. I'm like, if this is the best Johnny EU, then that as I said, this shit is ass. Because this dude is garbage. You shouldn't be losing the Quan on Johnny. But he got me woke. So shout out Rother also for getting me woke on Quan Darius. But me and him had a back and forth about that. That's the lore on that. Is that I think the best Quan player in EU, Rother is not a big fan of Big Zoop, but that's all right.
Damn.
Because I actually have more offline accolades than he does.
Oh
so
shit!
I still hold the title there.
He got top 8 Viennality. He got 9th.
But Viennality like 30 people.
It didn't have many people. It was It was a what demigod? Is that what they called?
It was. It was a demigod, but like I said, if you pulled up the Viennality bracket. Garrett, there's like maybe 5 or 6 top players. Everybody else is like dog shit.
I mean, no shade. I think they're a good player. Sikander got 9th. So
Cikander's good.
Cikander's good.
I think Cikander's
9th
good.
in the first tournament. 9th in the first tournament.
That's good.
No, that's very good. But is he going 9th at Evo?
No. Obviously, get 9th at Evo. I think it's tough to get 9th at Evo. He's a good player, though. I think he gets too much hate for like.
No, he's really good. I'm not. That was the wrong person to throw shade at. I think he's good. I think people don't like his personality and his views and stuff like that.
I think it's a good. Yeah, like people don't like him because of his personality, and they think just because they don't like his personality that means he's bad at the game. But he's not bad at the game.
He's good at the game.
He's not bad at the game.
Super good.
Like because he wins beef sets and like he beats beef sets against good players.
Yeah.
Like he's not just beef setting bums. He's beef setting good players and he's cooking them.
Yeah. I'm not beef setting. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting in there, bro.
He is one of the best players I've ever seen when it comes to adapting. Which I think a lot of players like. He will adapt. You may beat him 3-0 like 4-3 times, but eventually he's gonna start adapting. It's gonna get closer and closer and closer and closer every time. And he has a really good comeback factor. He's one of those players to where he's not dead until you kill him. There's some players where like once they reach a certain health threshold, they're just like,
they kind of fall over and stuff. Yeah.
He won't. He won't. He actually gets better the lower his health gets. It's weird.
Yeah. No, it gave me like because like when I remember where I was commentating the Just 2 tournament, Mr. Aquaman. He was talking about like when you get to that lower health, it's like you're jumping projectiles, you're flawless blocking and stuff like that. When higher in the health bar, you would be just like whatever. I'll take this little chip.
You
or whatever.
block it. You don't take the risk.
Yeah, exactly.
You take a lot more risk.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point as well, for sure.
Yep.
So what were you said you were gonna go on the VLE right now?
Yeah, VLE. So everybody knows the VLE situation. What happened with VLE? VLE was my first team, and the reason I joined, and it's funny because when I eventually started looking for a team. This was after Combo Breaker. This was because I thought I had gotten as good as I was going to get by myself. I was like, I feel like I need to start playing with other top players and labbing with people so that I can get better. Yeah. Because fun fact for me as a player is I don't like necessarily labbing. I like I like learning B&Bs. I like learning what a character is good at. I like seeing, I lab matchups. Yeah. So I like to lab like what can I do against this character with this character. But like with stuff like TJ does with like Quan Janet, where he's in the lab for like 4 or 5 hours just labbing Janet, Gento set. I don't like that shit. That shit to me is boring. Like I want to kick people. I don't want to sit there and kick the dummy for 7 hours. Yeah. Like so like I like going to a team that has like that knowledge, and so it's fun. I trained for 2 teams. I could have gone to. This is before I joined KGE now. Yeah. KGE wanted me back then. I did a tryout with them back when they had Mist, Just Measy, Bean Cell, B&G, and Victory, all their top people. Yeah. That like it's sad. No longer, most of those guys are no longer on the team. Yeah. But they were stacked. Yeah. I didn't get the tryout. I got the offer, but I didn't take it, and I went with VLE. And then I did their tryout. Tryout was a lot easier than KG's, but I went with them because Bacon recruited me. And then my mindset was a few things. One, at the time, KGE from another person said they were having a bunch of internal like not beef, but like drama.
Mm.
And I don't really like drama like that, even though I'm a shit talker. I'm not a big fan of too much drama. I don't want drama on my team. If I want a team, I want some brotherhood.
Yeah.
Which in hindsight, I should have just went to KGE for this jump. I would have been in a way better spot.
Yeah.
But hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a bunch of drama. This was around the stuff when Zark. You remember when Zark was on KG and he got booted?
Oh.
That was around all that shit was happening. I'm like, I don't want to join a team that's full of drama. I do not want to deal with NRS drama. I'm good.
Yeah.
So
play the game.
And then with VLE, I was like, if I join VLE, I would be the best player there. So I don't want to join KGE and be known as another player on Bean's team. I want people to look at VLE like that's Zupa's team.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of an ego for me. But I'm a person where I don't want to just jump ship to the best team. I would rather join a team that's like decent or good and be their best player and help elevate them versus just join a team and be a background player. You know what I mean? I don't want to join like a. I just want to be. I want to be a background dancer. Like if I'm joining a team, I want to play. I want to be in the team battles. I want to be a focal point. So. That's why I went to VLE and why I didn't go to KGE originally, which, like I said, I regret hindsight 2020.
Yeah, yep,
but VLE is a prime example of why management matters because that team had me, that team had 2 Trillion, that team had C Performs, that team had Noir, that team had Little Dre, that team had Pop Tart. Who, if you remember from MK11, one of the best player players.
Pop-Tart was so good at MK11. He was good at this game in the beginning, at least. I feel like he's
and we had Next Gen, who's also a really good underrated Takeda player, and you had Bacon Lord. That roster was stacked, but Vader as an owner was so unbelievably dog shit that it all fell apart. The turnover rate of VLE is higher than the turnover rate of McDonald's. We were pumping in players out literally like a fast food restaurant. And it sucked because Vader as a person, and I said this to him before I left VLE, and everybody who's in VLE can confirm this. I said, Vader as a person, I like you. As an owner, you're dog shit. And that was before I left. Because I will sit down, eat a steak, and have a beer with Vader and have a great time. But I cannot be on a team with him as the owner. Because as an owner, he was, first off, it was unorganized as shit. Like very much like we wouldn't know we were having like a team battle or we signed up for a team battle or what the roster for a team battle was until like 20 or 5 or 10 minutes before the team battle. It would just be he would just start pinging people and saying, get in here now, come play now. And we're like, I'm at home or I'm on a different in the middle of something. Like, what do you mean? And then he was just like, if I call you, you need to be here type of shit. And it was just like, it's like, dude, like, I understand you're the owner, but like you're not my yeah, you're power tripping. And it was weird because he would like. I mean, one time he was Minkington joined one of our discords, and it was shit. Minky was shit talking. So then he was like pinging me to come in there and like money match fucking Minkington, and he was like telling me to put up $20, $25 against Mink. I'm like, first off, I like Mink. Second off, I'm playing fucking Dead by Daylight. I'm not gonna hop on Mortal Kombat.
Money match. I'm gonna put up my money. Yeah,
because you're mad at him. Like I didn't do anything. He did nothing to me. It's like I don't know, he was just trying to use me as like some of the beach stick where like it's like, oh, just come in here and beat him, Zupa. But
funny.
There was also a lot of ego in VLE with some people, and I would call him out. One was Goatology. Goatology, another shit talker. I was actually a big fan of his. If you remember, he did a beef set with Xander. Where he was down 7-1 or 9-1 and came all the way back and won. I was hyped for him, but he always disliked me. And whenever we would talk about building lineups for team battles, he would always purposely leave me out of it because he was a senior member, which I'll get into another thing about Vader. Vader would absolutely double stack, just slurp up the OG members. And I would tell him, I'm like, Vader, like these guys, like, yeah, they were good in MK11, but like they're dog shit in MK1. like they don't play the game, or they just complain about the game, or they OS too much about the game. They're not good. Like Pop-Tart and Buden were like some of the good OG players. But like a lot of the other OG players, like Go, I like the guy. I love him. I hope he's doing well. Hanzo, they're not that good at MK1, but he would keep putting them in lineups and they would just get 0-3 or they just get cooked. I'm like, Vader, take these bums out the fucking line. I wouldn't say take them out the line. I would say like don't put them in a lineup. Put like 2 Trillion in a lineup. Put C Performs in a lineup. Put Bacon Lord in the lineup. You know, put anybody else in the lineup that actually plays the game, not the guys that literally don't play the game but only show up for team battles. And so me and him had a back and forth one day. Where Akio was on, this is back when my boy Akio was on VLE. We had Akio too, by the way.
Yeah,
who was a great Homelander player.
Yeah.
If Akio actually wanted to play, I say this, and I say this with 100% confidence. If Akio wanted to still play MK1, and Akio dedicated the time, Akio would be the best Homelander player on the game. Period. Point blank. Accio is the hardest Homelander and the best Homelander player I've ever played. And I've played against Unjustice Homelander. I've played against Kales. I've played against Kakulis. They don't touch a candle to how good Accio's was. Accio with Janet as cameo, there was certain times where if he just hit me once, it was GG's. Because his Jinto set, he knew all the Jinto setups. He knew how to do it from mid screen.
I remember him posting this up on Twitter. Yeah,
he was the best Homelander player I played. Period. Point blank. Nobody was better than him, and nobody would be better than him if he chose to play the game. But yeah, I had beef with Goat. Goat would constantly ask to money match me, and I was always type person. I don't like money matching my teammates. You're my teammate. I don't really care to beef or money match you. But there was one day he really pissed me off. Like he took it personal, and he was calling me a bitch and stuff. So I went off on him. And then what really set him off was I said, Goat, you don't play the game and you spend all your time rapping, but your rap sucks because you don't even know how to rap on beat. You're a dude who wants to be a rapper, but you can't rap on beat. You're a bum. As I said, if you want to money match me, chance on the game, play me now. And then he backed out. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm too mad to play you now." Yeah. So he's a bitch.
It's like, I gotta make a rap right now.
He's a bitch. He was a dude that liked to run his mouth, but he didn't. When I actually was like ready to play, I'm like, sure, if you want to actually play for money, like I'm pissed off now. Like, let's play for money. He didn't want it, so he was all bark, no bite. So that was one thing with VLE. The other thing with VLE was that Vader, when he was sober, but he has the same. He had this him and Vape Coach both have the same issue. When Vader was sober. Vader's a great guy, funny. Yeah. Vader, when he drinks, is like Vader would just get angry. Like there's times where me and 2 Trillion, one time we're just like playfully shit talking back and forth, like playing the game, and then Vader would just start yelling and snapping. We don't even know what he's yelling at. Like he would just one time he got on the microphone was like, "I'm sick of this shit," and it starts like you can hear him banging on shit in the background, and we're like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "I'm tired of fucking losing. Like, I want winners. I want people who are going to win." And we're like, 2 Trillion just got second place at Wuxi. Little Dre just got fifth in this. Like, Noir just got second in this. I just got fourth and fifth in this. I'm like, he was just getting angry. Yeah. And so like that would happen. There was one time, there was one situation where he went way too far. He was like fucking yelling at his wife in the background, saying like, "I don't need you, bitch. I got VLE." I'm laughing. It's fucked up, but it was funny. Yeah. It was funny in the moment because it was shock value. Yeah, that we're being 2 Trillion like, "Bro, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?" He was literally yelling at him, saying like, "I don't care, boys. I can have another bitch tomorrow, but I got VLE today, and I want winners." And we're like, bro, like. Like we need to relax. It was too much at times, dude.
That sounds like
crazy.
A lot. I can imagine if I told my girlfriend, I have SRTV. I don't need to. Like she would be out the door.
I got Poseidcast. I don't need you.
Poseidcast. I got Zupa. I got Zupa on the mic right now. What are you talking about? No, get out of here.
That was too much, and it was just like it got to the point where it was just like I got to be a clown show, and he would just let anybody on the team, regardless of how good or bad the tryout went for them. And that was like a big reason why a lot of guys left. I'm not gonna air out their long. That's the reason why a lot of guys chose to leave, was because it's just like it no longer became if you have the name ELG attached to you, there's value. You don't just get to join ELG. You earn ELG. You earn STG. You earn KG. You earn Oni. You didn't earn VLE. VLE was you hit up Vader, "Hey, I want to be a part of the team." He gives you a tryout. If you do, he was like, "Oh, I see potential." He went fucking 0-10. He didn't win a round. What potential do you see type shit? And he would just let people on the team. So we would just have this random group chat on X, on Twitter, with like 5 people who were just like, "You suck ass. You don't do anything. You don't play the game. You're not good, but you're here because Vader sees potential, but you don't do anything." That's why we got the reputation of we had a bunch of guys who just like were shit talkers, who were toxic. If anybody remembers the one Suki, the damn random Natara player who crashed out and said,
"Oh my god, that was the worst."
And said everybody in there was like a pedophile and shit. Like we attract people like that because we don't we don't have a recruitment process. We just like, "Oh, you want in? Come in." We just open the door. And that was like another thing that just made it so disorganized. So it was like the players had to like organize themselves and had to do everything ourselves. And then he would get mad if that didn't happen. But then he would get mad when he tried to organize stuff at the last minute. There was never a, "Hey, we have this weekend. Let's train. Let's do this. Let's have this." Or he would just do random things where he would just DM people saying, "I want to see all you guys in a 1st to 5 right now. For $10. And it's just like,
and you gotta put the money. You gotta put the money.
He put the money. Vader had money. I'll give him that. Vader. Like I said, when Vader's sober, Vader paid for my meal at Frosty's after I got 7th. He called me, said, "Hey, you did great. He said, you only lost because, experienced Han's been there before, but you should have won.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a steak. Here's $100.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool.
I was like,
when you're drunk, like I said, when he's drunk, he's just an asshole. Which was weird because 2 Trillion would tell me, like, he said, Zupa, when you're not here, he's so nice. He talks so good about you. But so when you're here, he would shit talk me so much when I'm in the party and wouldn't like me. He's like, I don't like that zoning shit. I like the way Pop-Tart plays. It's neutral. It's fundamentals. That's why Pop-Tart beats you, Zoop. And I'm like, first off, Pop-Tart only beats me because I beat the shit out of him so much with Quan that I sat him down and taught him the Quan matchup, and he plays Johnny. He plays Johnny. He's beating me at the character select screen. Yeah. He has a button. Forward 3 just shuts down my whole shit.
Yeah. Johnny pressure, I don't know how you get Johnny off you. I don't know how you would do that.
You don't. That's a neat thing you don't. And so he would shit talk me whenever I'm in the chat, and I was just kind of ignore him because I'm very good at when I can understand like someone doesn't mean what they're saying or they're inebriated. Yeah, like he was like most times, so it's like I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, but when he's sober, I love talking to him. He's so funny. But when he's drunk, it's like, dude, I don't like you're fucking yelling at your wife for no reason, for telling you to stop banging on shit. Yeah, because you're banging on shit for no reason. It'd be random stuff, dude. Like we would just be in the chat. We would actually be in the chat practicing, like actually laughing at stuff, and he'd just be banging on. I want winners, and just like banging on his desk, and we're like, dude, what are you doing? Like we're in here trying to get better. You're just yelling.
Like we just pop in. I want winners.
It was legit a clown shit show. And then he would and that's what drove a lot of people out of VLE. Yeah. And the other reason was a lot of the good players would get poached or would attempt to get poached, but more often than not, he would drive them away just because he was an asshole to them. Like Wits wasn't on the team when I was there, but I heard how he treated Wits.
He treated Wits bad? It was like Wits of all people?
Yeah. Because Wits would make top 8s or make top 5s, and Wits likes to post when he does good, as he should. I support him. But like they're like, oh, we don't give a fuck. Who cares about 5th? You didn't get 1st. And it's just like be a dick to the guy. So it's like I'm happy that Wix is on a team that supports him because like they were dicks. Yeah. Which sucks. Like I said, as player wise, I told everybody, I said player wise, I would take that VLE team over anybody. I loved all the players. Like 2 Trillion. I'm sad I'm on the same team as 2 Trillion and C Performs anymore. Those were my 2 boys. But like as an owner, terrible. He's not as good an owner as like Lankiness and Copper to me are the 2 best owners in the scene right now.
Take that as a lesson, guys. As a lesson, you know. Listen to these stories.
If you want to be a team owner and you want to have a team that's good, do what Lankiness does, do what Copper does. Actually develop a community, develop a team that actually wants to play together and actually wants to get better together, and don't be like Vader and just let anybody on the fucking team. Don't let Poseidon on the team. It works to a degree because you end up finding diamonds in the rough. Because like 2 Trillion was on I can't remember what team it was on. It was on like BKF or something. It was on like it was terrible. It was some throwaway bum team that doesn't exist anymore. And they team battled us and I beat him. And I told Vader after I fought 2 Trillion and I beat him, I was like, that Rain is good. Like that Rain actually has potential. And then he joined our team and look at 2 Trillion now. He's the best. I think he's the best. He's the best Rain player in the scene, in my opinion.
He got 13th at Evo. He's been like winning like every Wuxi temple.
I think VLE was C Performance first team too. And look at him. He's on STG.
Yeah, he's on STG.
He's top 5 Waco in the world.
There was like some like college like circuit things. I think he's in there. I think he won that. Yeah. There was like some like and like Wits was in it and stuff like that.
I think second. I think +1. I think +1.
+1? Oh, +1 did it? Oh, okay. I thought
I could be wrong. But I know I think I saw him versus Plus. I want to say +1.
I thought he performed, but you could be right. That would make a lot of sense.
But so I mean, so it does work to a degree. You find diamonds in the rough. You find people like Next Gen, great Takeda player, underrated, most underrated, one of the most underrated players in the scene. Next Gen.
Shout out to 4
like Benny, another underrated player. No one talks about Benny, but Benny's underrated.
I know Benny.
And you find people like Noir, top 5 Peacemaker player, underrated. Really good.
He was in grand finals of an SRS not that long ago.
So like his style of recruitment is I'm going to
let everyone in, and some people are gonna throw shit at the
wall. And then he would always threaten to make cuts. He was like, I'm gonna cut if I don't see this guy and fucking I'm gonna ping him, and if he doesn't go online right now, I'm gonna cut him. And it's just like
yeah, right? Like what if he has a life? What if he's out with his girlfriend?
He let people like Nostalgia on the team and wouldn't play the game. Yeah. He wouldn't do anything. You would never see him in an online bracket. You'd never see him at an offline, but he would show up for team battles. And then he would fucking lose. And then he would fuck off and make shitty rap music. That's what he would do. and Vader refused to kick him off the team just because an MK11, Pop-Tart, and Gold. We were so good in MK11. I had to tell him, like, Vader, this ain't MK11, this is MK1.
Yeah.
He would always bring up how Pop-Tart got top 8 at CEO. He almost beat the Twins. And I was like, yeah, MK11 Pop-Tart is good. This is MK1. I don't give who gives a shit.
I just don't think Pop-Tart like really plays the game. I don't see him on the game like at all.
He doesn't play them. I don't think any of those guys play anymore.
Yeah.
But he would, and he always, for some reason, they always had an obsession with running first to fives, which, in my opinion, I hate first to fives because I'm like, it's not a tournament, so I'm like, no tournament runs first to five. I don't give a shit if you beat me to first to five. If I win the first 3 games, in my mind, it's over. Like I don't, feel that. Unless we're playing for money or it's like a beef set or something. Everything I play is first to 3. I don't give a shit about first to 5 or first to 10.
Yeah, or we're just running it for fun. Just running alongside or something like that. There was the guy. Were you ever on the team with Sekiron? Remember that guy?
Sekiron was. They brought him back.
He was so good at MK11. He was so good.
Said that he was very good at MK11. They were like, "Oh, Zupa, if this guy trains for like a month, he could beat you." Or like, if you played him right now, he would adapt and beat you. And I beat the living piss out of him when MK1. I'm just like, there's probably another guy that was really good at MK11.
He was so good at MK11.
Who was just dog shit at MK1.
Yeah,
and
it's a new game, and like the skill somewhat carries over, but like you got to grind the game again. You got to
exactly, which I think that shows the players that pick it up and learn quickly are people that have good fighting game fundamentals and people that are good. That's why guys like Unjust are good every single cycle. Sonic Fox is good every cycle.
But like they grind the hell out of the game. Like Unjust on the game like every day. They grind.
Don't get me wrong. They grind, but they have
the fundamentals, but that's why they were good, like right off the bat.
Fundamentals to allow them to adapt. Yes, that's the fundamentals that these guys, they always say they have. I will say that they do have good neutral. The Pop-Tart and Go, all that, they do play good neutral. But there comes a point where you have to realize that in MK11, MK1 neutral is good, but it doesn't matter as much as this stuff.
As like having the gimmick, having the setups, having the what is it called, the blockables that like you can't really block or like crazy sequences.
Which is fine. Which is like I said, I understand where they're coming from, where they hate it. But I was just, I got to a point where I was like, I understand their complaints with the game, but I'm like, all right, boys, if you want to get better as a team,
this is the game we're playing.
We can this is the game we're playing. Like MK11's done. No one plays the game anymore. It's like, so we can keep bitching, saying all this stuff. This game's carried. These guys are bums. But it's like you can either do that or you can adapt. And I was like, that's why I said I remember giving that speech where I'm like, I'm tired of bitching about losing the top tier shit. Like either pick it up or shut the fuck up about it at this point, because if we keep losing to all the stuff, we're just complaining about it, and then we're just making shitty rap music. Like, no, just playing the game or live the matchup.
I love how many times you mentioned the shitty rap music.
It was, dude. It's ass. It's ass. I'll talk all the shit about him as I want, because he's a bum. And when it came time to actually put Brett up against Big Zoop, he backed down like the good little boy he is. He knew what was gonna happen. He didn't want to get his ass whooped.
Well, go if you hear this. If you hear this right now, man, Zupa's got the money for the money match. Let's run it, man. Let's do it. But I'm
a quick 10-0, 20-0. He doesn't play the game no more. He's dog shit. He's ass. He doesn't play the game anymore.
All right. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly, it's been a great time. I love the energy. Super good player. Really, really cool stories. Is there any like shout outs or anything you want to give before we shut it down here?
Shout out Copper. Copper may be upset with me for some of the things I said, but I love you, Copper. You're my favorite owner. Shout out Bacon Lord. Shout out 2 Trillion. My boy, my goat. Who else I want to shout out? Shout out you. Shout out
me.
Poseidon.
Oh shit.
Shout out to you. You're underrated in the community. I think you're one of the best content creators in the community.
I mean, they go drop a sub. Very underrated. Sub to the channel, you know, if you want.
Very underrated. You need your flowers more often.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I think people like Nikito from STG needs his flowers. Great content creator, great commentator, hosts great events.
That's funny.
Him his flowers.
I'll cut you off right there. The people you've mentioned, I think I've done a podcast episode with like almost all of them. I did one with 2 Trillion. I did one with Copper. I did one with Nikito.
You should.
Funny.
They all
no, they're great.
Because
they all great people.
They all help the community. Yeah. So shout out all those guys. And then shout out STG for signing up for this ass whooping you bums are going to take this weekend. I'm looking forward to cooking your team.
I'm gonna need that permission slip signed. So we can make sure
permission slip signed off my desk. Tony, I'm still waiting. Tony.
If I can't run this app, we need the consent of the parent. Before we allow this to happen.
Thank you, Poseidon, for having me. Is there anything else? Any other spicy things you want me to cover? I'll cover anything.
If you got anything, Zupa, I can't really think right now. Like what's the freest set you've played against someone who's like actually like a known player, like a good player, like who's someone who's like, or maybe someone
last time I played Mario. That shit was
Mario. Yeah, was that bracket or?
The Sunday, the team battle.
Team battle? Oh, you played Mari? Oh,
Team
damn.
battle.
Was it, who's he on, Cyrax?
He was on Cyrax and he switched to Scorpion. But besides him, who else was pretty free? Trying to think. Rafe's pretty good. Rafe's I like Rafe, but I can't call him free just because it's technically a winning matchup for Quan, so it's not as fair.
And he's also like he definitely has like a mental block against Quan.
It's a mental block against Quan.
Well, sure.
Who's free as hell? I'm trying to think because there's just a lot of people that is just like
can't say me. You can't say me. Can't say me.
Red Nose is pretty free. I used to like Red Nose, just like because he talks a lot of shit now just because I beat him.
He does.
But, like he hasn't been good since Kenshi got nerfed. He is the only person who's ever became a tier whore but got worse at the game. It's incredible. I've never seen someone become. He actually genuinely was outplaying with Kenshi. Dropped Kenshi to become a tier whore to try playing T1000, playing Cyrax, playing Homelander, playing all the top tiers and losing. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm going to do what Kale does and be a no-brain and play Kung Lao Sector and still lose. So he tried to mimic somebody else and become a tier whore and somehow got worse at the game.
Damn.
And so like, he's ass. So he's ass. He's carried. I like to say carried. Carried in my definition is if you're only good with one character, regardless if they're top, mid, or low tier.
Damn.
If you only have results with one character.
So I'm carried, is what you're saying?
You might be carried. If you're, I think that's the definition of carried because in my opinion, carried means if this character didn't exist or if this character got deleted from the game, you wouldn't exist.
I mean,
if Quan got deleted,
I got bracket wins with Ghostface. I got bracket wins with Omni-Man. I got bracket wins with Quan. I got bracket wins with Ermac. So
you're not carried then. You're not carried. Like if Quan got deleted, I could always play Sector and still make top 8. I could always play Cyrax and make top 8. I can still go back to Kenshi and maybe make top 8.
I know you got a noob in there as well. You got a noob in there as well.
No, I knew his ass.
You almost behind in the team battle. You were literally like a head away. He teched like 3 throws in a row. That was crazy.
He did take 3 throws in a row. That was crazy. His ass. I played Noob for fun. If you watch the stream, I literally look at Bacon as I hover over Noob and start doing this. He's just like, don't have a Noob. I'm like, it's just like, I believe it.
It almost worked. You literally like almost had him. That was crazy.
But yeah.
All right, man.
But yeah, that's probably all the. I said anything you got for me. I'll spitball for you. I got as much. I got as much sauce in the kitchen as you can handle.
All right. What? Real quick. You don't have to like put too much time into it. What if like the teams in the community? If you had to do like a tier list, like off the top of your head, we got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. How would you put them?
Number 1, I'd say Oni. If we're talking like all players, including like Kanamani, I would say Oni's number 1. I think Oni deserves to be number 1 right now. Hourglass, Evo, Seraphan, Evo, Connie, Evo. You have 3 players in Evo. You kind of have to be number 1.
Oni's really
number 2,
good.
Yeah, number 2, I'll say STG for now until they lose Saturday. Once they lose Saturday, it'll be KGE. So 1, Oni, 2, STG, 3 is KGE. 4 is I'll probably still say ELG. I actually. I'm about to put Sin ahead of ELG. I think Sin might be a little bit better.
They didn't make the playoffs.
If we're bringing up all players, including MK Javier, Sin could probably beat ELG. Yeah, I would actually like to see that team battle.
Sin's got some killers.
Another spicy take. I'd probably take TLR over ELG.
If
we're talking right now, like today, if they were to play, I would take TLR to beat ELG. And that's mainly and that's not really a shot at ELG. I guess it is a shot at ELG mainly because I don't think a lot of them are playing the game as much as they should. But I think it's not even that. I think TLR is grinding. Like if you've been looking at Wushi, all these online brackets where they have like 6 fucking TLR members in top 8.
Yeah, that's some killers.
They've been grinding.
Yeah,
exactly. They're killers. So like I would probably take them to beat ELG. Then after that, I'd probably have ELG. Then after that, I have MVF. And then I'd probably put together a local team of people who've never played the game before, and then below that I have another team, and then below that I'd have Emperor.
Damn.
Going 0-15 is insane. Not a single game in 3 team battles is crazy work. And that's insane. Like, no offense to that guys on the team. I'm sure they have some great players. I actually played Hawani, I want to say his name was, in KL, the Liu Kang player. He's decent. He actually should have beat Beatwood. But
he didn't, unfortunately.
0-15 is crazy work.
Damn,
0-15 is crazy work.
That's That's unfortunate.
I would love to see them versus MVF. I would love to see that.
They actually.
If
So I'll be real. They did actually play a team battle. I hosted. Like it was like a couple months ago, and Emperor ended up winning. Lotion, and you know Lotion. He kind of like carried.
Lotion. I forgot Emperor has Cowboy. Cowboy's so good. I love Cowboy.
Cowboy's super good. Yeah, Cowboy's good. They have a few like absolute killers, but Lotion ended up like he did like a reverse like one like they had like 4 players left and it was just him and he ended up bringing it all the way back.
W Lotion.
Yeah,
Lotion.
Lotion's pretty good. Really
yeah.
Good. All right, man. Well, I think that's all I got for you. We've been going for a little bit. We've been going
all
for
the spice you can handle.
Yeah, all the spice I can handle for the night. But we've been going for a little bit. I don't want to take up your whole night, man. I know you.
You're fine, man.
Being the GOAT is it takes time. You know, effort. You got to go.
It does.
You got to delegate and stuff like that. You got to grind and stuff. You know. And
the drink does have to grind a little bit.
Absolutely, man. So thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. So much super fun. And I'll see you guys at the next video.
You'll see me Saturday. You'll see me cooking Saturday.
See him Saturday.
Thank you for
another link. Absolutely. So I'll leave a link. I'll leave a pinned tweet at the top. A pinned comment of the link to the Nether League match so you can watch Zupa. They said they're winning what 5-3 against STG.
I'm gonna give them. I think that they're going to come in with more respect than ELG did, so they're gonna play us a little tougher. So I'm gonna say 5-3.
5-3. All right. 5-3. All right. See you guys at the next video.